Yes, welcome to Edutainment Healing Outside Politics. We are apolitical. We're going to take a global look at politics from there, and there, starting with the not so United States of America. Finally, President Joe Biden is legitimizing his unapologetic presidency and turning around and knocking balls about former president still dreaming of being a president, still hanging. You cannot take a side way on it, he says, and now confront him directly as the conservative so-called wrong wingers keep winging Donald Trump into a wrongful wing. Because when you are formal, you cannot overtime your leadership. Give it a break. Coming back 2023 is a hopeless dream. So, move on with that. America is at a crossroad because everything is scatter, as they say. Idris, my man, my favorite Niger beach man. Nigeria jaga, but this time is the so-called democracy of the world, America jaga. With that capital coup, home terrorist, my goodness, if that one's for other nations is what? Then bring it down to the maple leaf. Yeah, Trudeau, love him, hate him, my black-faced brother from another mother, as Steve say, regardless of the we torment, has done pretty much, even though without the NDP, I don't know what they would do. Judgment Singh, unfortunately, in the wrong side of the party, you know, but still doing well. The conservative with O'Toole is still on autolyzing the moment. Jason Kenney have roasted himself because he's never been a leader. When you push yourself to be a leader, you are ungovernable. So you can see how he's rubbishing and he was dreaming of becoming a prime minister. And in Ontario, yes, maple syrup become maple gin. I think Doc Ford has been too much drinking Black Russian. So he's confusing everybody. One day this, tomorrow that. Hey, my friend, things are all confused. Doggy. Try to unfold the matter. Don't. What is the difference between going to a booze can to get alcohol or getting overcrowded in TTC buses, transit, or going to grocery stores, than going to some of our oases, McDonald's, I must say, with no self interest, but I've been an oasis where people can go chill from 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning when you cannot sleep, your mental woes are down. McDonald's have been a heaven. Yes, kudos to the staff, and even though they have some confused ones, but majority, yeah, the coffee is comfortable. Whether you are drinking what coffee, I don't know, but you know the businesses are tired. And that little donut that Trudeau and his Liberal government, supported by the NDP, were giving Canadians to keep their heads above water, that was opposed by the Conservative or told balancing budget. How can you balance budget when people are hungry? It was the right thing, and it was the right thing to do again so that people can re-engage themselves in the economy. Yeah. Moving across to the Eurocentric world, where the not so United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson is now sending apology for shaking down. He saw a lion mountain, beautiful African queen in front. He went old school, and he was thinking about his neck. Prime Minister, under some of the worst confused pandemic, you're going and breaking it down. Wow. You know, and those of you who are making noise about that first lady in the Lion Mountain, now you see who dances with his head. So, yeah. But the only thing, don't do it too much too. Our first lady, sometimes you have good agendas. Stop over dancing and over tic-tacking yourself. That brings me back to Salon Titi Connection. Massive, yes. The Sierra Leone government has just released a long-awaited white paper on the review of the country's constitution. 5 years after the report and the last review process was submitted. The document was officially presented at a ceremony presided by President Julius Maada Bio. Thank God they did not put President Julius retired, those titles. But anyways, quick to the meat. A constitutional review is definitely good, but one thing I'll call on the preso that is very important to do in Sierra Leone is to repeal that colonial, despicable law that prevent the people called the Creoles from owning property in the country or in the provinces. That is despicable. It is outdated. But again, sometimes when you are in power, power never lasts. It blows my mind that the Creoles, who purportedly claim themselves not to be country people or natives of Sierra Leone, were at the helm of the judicial power, the administrative power in Sierra Leone for so long. And you want to tell me those high-trained lawyers who were in those positions were just drinking whiskey, Irish something, Scotch, and never really advise or repeal that law themselves. Now they're trying to, come on, man. But President Bill, that's one thing. I don't even think the constitutional review people presented that, but I unapologetically recommend that that law be repealed immediately. And another important thing, Prezo, that is also, I don't think is in the report I briefly read, is to repeal that presidential executive power to appoint, that empowers the president to appoint a non-elected politician to a ministerial post. That is a no-no. Ministerial position should be given to people with constituency. That means you have a constituency you've been voted for. You can appoint administrative people, boards or quasi-administrative, but not those ministerial positions, because that's why we are getting the eat and goes. They come, they get position, they have nobody to answer to. They don't even have a constituency office. You know, the education minister, one of my junior, why do all this breakdown, my friend? Just have one minister of education, for goodness sake. That Senge guy is doing an excellent job, but he was not elected, he was appointed. So repeal that. By 2023, he gets a constituency, he wins. You know, that's how we should do it. Taking me to Niger, my favorite man, they call him the sleeping giant, President Buhari. I don't hear people saying general, brigadier, this, that, which I like. The guy is a quiet storm. It's like farting in a church or in a gathering of people. Stinky one, but nobody knows who polluted. That's his action. He has commissioned a Nigerian-made Navy boat. Rice production is increased. That political, insecurity rest in Nigeria is not just Buhari. It's every one of you, and you. Those who cry segregation. We want this segregation. How about the number? I was single-handedly called the Biafrans. Great idea to have an autonomy of independence, but you can achieve that within the federation, even though it was cooked up by Europe, but we can change the dynamics. Most of the Igbos who say or who claim to have the economic power, where do they make their money? 99.9% are based in Lagos or somewhere outside of Igbo land, because every Igbo man is a businessman. So how can you do business in Igbo land? So when you segregate, Africa segregation, whether it's Cameroon and everywhere, segregation is not for us. African unity is the best, because even our passports, imagine Nigerian passport is rubbish. How much more you get to own a Biafran passport? Pa. So Africa must wake up and let us eliminate all these borders and visas. It's more a headache to travel within Africa than coming into the plantation world. You know? And the only way we can ease those things, air transportation is still unreachable. Road transportation is still unreachable, because about 20% of African population own a car of their own. So what's the answer? revolutionize railway system. A Niger minister was saying if he get 390 million, he will rail Nigeria across. That's token. Nigeria has money. If the focus is there, if we put a transcontinental African train from south to east, or south to north, west to east, across Africa, cargo train, passenger train, borderless borders, Papa, Africa shall be signing. And then we do a railway across to the Atlantic. Then you can leave Sierra Leone, like that route that those so-called transatlantic slave trade, which was coffinly a genocidal route, easy. 3 hours or 4 hours with a fast speed train. China have revolutionized and almost connected the whole of China in less than 10 years via rail. Africa can do that. We have the resources. Magufuli, may your soul rest in peace. If Magufuli did Tanzania within 5 years, don't buy the hype that he was anti-coronavirus. Any great person or any great African, every time they say he's controversial, he's a better person. Let us stop killing our own leaders and hopeless in them. Our DNA is our self-projection. If we check China's balls, China will not be roasting our balls. So the ball is in our park. If you put Europe, America, and China, I'll take China and go chin chan chow. Chin. Shh. Roll it down. EH. Until next time. A rundown of politics, global politics, outside EH.